beautiful sunshiny day. Blue Ridge Mountain, Smoky Mountain, smoking like crazy.
Have a true or complete maternal instinct. It is not true that snakes protect their young, that a female rattlesnake will attack you if you're cutting her baby's heads off. She'll cheer you on, or you're leaving her alone. She don't care if you kill every one of them. Eat them, throw them in a garbage can, or whatever. She doesn't care less. Female lizards the same way. Not these animals. Female alligators will stay with their babies sometimes for a year and a half old. They are very protective of them. Now, I'll give you a comparison of the country of Africa and the problem they have and the state of Florida. I don't know about other states, so I'll speculate. But in Africa, National Geographic did a study there about the Nile crocodile that I just mentioned to you. They said that the Nile crocodile attacks and kills 30 to 40 human beings a month. That's almost an impossible statistic to believe. In the state of Florida, since 1948, we've had 7 fatal alligator attacks. Now, most of them have been kids under 16, and 2 of those attacks did occur here in Sarasota County. A 5-year-old girl, and before her, a 16-year-old girl. And the reason that I talk about it is because...
That's a lady. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I guess you don't want to. Oh, I know you don't. Big one. Look at these two fighting over it. Fighting over the peanut. Okay, guys, come on, push down.
No, it's not right. You're ready for the show.
Jungle Garden. Caesar, what are you doing? Why are you excited? What are you doing? Jump up. Come on. Silly bird. What's your problem? What's your problem? Can you be good? No. I don't know what's all going, but they're definitely excited. So welcome to Sarasota Jungle Garden. My name is Camille, and I'll be presenting the show for today. If you have any questions, I can answer them up if you can talk right enough. Fries, please. Can that be enough? First, I'd like to tell you a little about our birds. The two white queen birds on the end are greater sulfur crested cockatoos. They're native to Australia, and their Caucasian diet can live 50 to 100 years in captivity. The colorful birds, spooky, easy flesh, different types of macaws. They're from South and Central America, and also with proper care and diet, can live around 80 years in captivity. Well, Caesar here has the honor of starting off our show. Caesar is a Catalina macaw, which means he's a hybrid. He's a cross between two different types of macaws. A blue and gold macaw like Paulette, and a scarlet macaw like Candy. Well, Caesar always likes to start off the show by what, Caesar? By ringing his bell. And that's to get everyone's attention. On Caesar's day off, he enjoys going to the beach. What would you want to take to the beach, Caesar? Sunglasses! Good idea! Well, Caesar, we wouldn't want your pretty white face to get all sunburned. What are you going to take to protect it from the sun? A sun hat, of course.
I wear hats from...
Well, Caesar, there is one more thing left in your box. Would you like to go get it out so we can all see what it is?
A drink.
Well, it is a sign. For those of you who can't read upside down or backwards, the sign says applause. a scooter. And that's because Caesar likes to go real fast. And for those of you who meet Caesar on his daily bike ride through the park, he'd like to give you a demonstration. He's a cross between a military macaw like Joe and a blue and gold macaw like Paulette. Well, Elvis, instead of screaming, I'm sure there's something you'd like to say to everyone. Well, Elvis is our resident artist here at the garden. He enjoys painting pictures of some of our other birds. Today I have red and yellow paint for Elvis. He's going to paint us a picture of cactus. Well, Elvis, are you getting a good look at Candy? Are you going to get a good look? Oh, she looks like she's ready. They're already modeling for you over there. All right, here's your brush. But what do you think Candy's going to say when she sees that pretty picture? That's a little treat.
The other one's imitating it.
Is there one more thing that you'd like to say to everyone before you go? What would you like to say? Hello? Bye-bye. She is our youngest confining bird. She recently turned 24 years old. Now, we're very proud of Candy here at the garden because, as far as we know, she is the only bird trained to walk on a ball. Now, this is a very difficult trick for Candy. If you look closely, you'll see that she not only has to balance the ball, but she has to walk backwards in order to make the ball roll forward. Candy learned this very difficult trick when she was only 1 year old. Well, a lot of people ask me if birds are colorblind. They are not. They can see color as well as you and I. So Candy has a school game that she likes to play to prove this. In fact, this is Candy's favorite part of the show because she gets to play with her best friend, Pierre. What we have are 2 sets of schools. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, dear, what up? Okay, that was pretty. woman that he is. He's going to give it to her. All right. On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, Peter, what are you doing? Candy, so on. Oh, Candy, is this one yours? Here, I'll just switch it around and you can decide where it goes. Here, Peter. There. There, she fixed it. Oh, Peter, I don't think she appreciated that extra help. How about a big plush? That was very good, Candy. You knew what was wrong, huh? Well, Candy'd like to show you how she rides the bike. She is a beginner, but she's very proud of herself. Now, dress for beginner? Good girl. And that's Candy. You can tell this by his olive green color and the pretty red patch above his beak. Now Joe's going to start off his part of the show by doing a series of 5 somersaults. Well, Joe? Joe, you paying attention? Buddy, are you with us? How about number 1? Let's go. Come on, Betty. 3. 4. And if you're not too busy, Joe, number 5. Well, Joe has been taking roller skating lessons from Caesar, and he'd like to show you how well he's doing. Such a graceful skater. There's that one small problem, though. When he's been around, he simply steps off. Turns himself around. Caesar's way of turning too hard. But pretty good for a beginner, don't you think? Now, Joe, are you ready to hold on real tight? I'm going to give Joe one quick push, and then he's on his own. Now, this is Joe's most difficult part of his act, because he has to use all of his neck and leg muscles in order to make the weighted spinner go round. Very difficult trick. Good job, Joe. He's working hard. One more time. You better push hard. And let's show our military macaw. Spooky is a greater soul progressive cockatoo. Now, cockatoos and macaws have the intelligence of a 3-year-old child. But Spooky, he seems to think he's our little genius. So we have this IQ test for him to prove just how smart he is. Now, Spooky, what do you think? Are you ready, buddy? Come on. That's pretty good for birthday. Spooky's been learning how to ride the scooter, and he'd like to show you how he's doing. You ready to ride, Spooky? cockatoo. But there is one big difference between Frosty and Spooky. Frosty is our oldest performing bird. She's 69 years old. She would like to say hello to everyone. She is very soft-spoken, so you guys better know to be quiet. Oh, Frosty. She'd like to say hello, Frosty. Oh, Frosty's specialty is riding the high-wire unicycle. But sometimes Frosty does get a little difficult, so we always ask her first. Frosty, are you going to ride your unicycle for us today? You promise? You're going to go all the way across. Okay. All right, go Frosty. Now Frosty is quite a celebrity here at the garden. When she first rode her unicycle on the Ed Sullivan Show. And that's Frosty! Not bad for a 59-year-old bird. And with Paulette, I'd like to show you some of the hand signals that our birds respond to. Check it back up. This year, Paulette went to Australia for her vacation, land of the kangaroo. How about a big hop? A little hop? That was more like a tiny baby. Come on, a little bit bigger one, come on. Okay, now a tiny baby. Paulette has been taking ballet lessons. She'd like to show you her pirouette. So graceful. But she doesn't get too dizzy. She does like to unwind the other way. Paulette also enjoys doing bird impressions. Her favorite is that of the great American eagle. Are you ready, little eagle? Paulette also enjoys playing sports. Her favorite basketball. Ready to throw a couple practice shots, Fred? In the ball. All right, dribble it down. All right. And 2 points. Come on, baby. You got me trained. So that's 2 balls. Hey, you're going all the way, baby. No traveling. And slam down. That's Paulette again. Now, Paulette does keep very busy between basketball and ballet, but she still finds time to watch old reruns on TV. Her favorite, Gunsmoke. We all remember Chester? He walked with a terrible limp. Where's that terrible limp, Paulette? Oh, Paulette. She thinks she knows how Chester got this terrible limp. When one day, the bad guy involved in it, and you're good. Are they all in there? Are you sure? All 3 of them? You're positive. Okay. Oh, with all the money that Paulette saved, she decided to buy herself a guard dog to protect it. But poor Paulette, the guard dog ran away, so now she has to be her own guard dog. She'd like to show you just how convincing she can be. like to hold a bird, you can hold one and pose with it, have pictures, whatever you'd like. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon.
Mara, turn around. There's over here. Turn around. Waving to him. There's water in that? Is the end of it? Yeah. It goes around in a circle.
Skyway Bridge between Tampa and St. Petersburg. Petersburg.
They're just waiting for you. They know.
Now you know where I get all the gray hair.
more than that.
3 or 4 of them, yeah.
Almost as close as the one
Oh, look at the little babies. Where'd he move out? They moved out. Here's the ball.
Right in. Yeah,
Well, that one came up. Yeah.
Here he comes again.
Sometimes they'll come up. And there's some days I get a nice show. They'll really give me a good show, and then some days we don't see them. But they won't feed. They won't eat nothing dead.
Coming up about now, bud.
Down here, or do they have to be empty just like farmer in?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna follow me now.
There it is right there. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful.
There he is right
Come
there.
right on
See him right there?
Yep.
They're right next to him.
Right next to it.
Very nice mark before you enter the causeway. Then you look in the distance over there, you'll see Dunedin. I don't believe anybody's got good enough eyes to see Clearwater, but it is in the distance over there. Fish in the water right there. Wonder where this goes.
Right here, Bob. Right here.
Over there to the left, see that ripple? You can see him there. That's him going right there. You see him over there? Well. Feeding frenzy. I should make it up a little bit farther, and then I'm going to back drawn out of here.
Very shallow. Too shallow.
But right now the water's not quite high enough. Wish it was. Then again, I'm going to be late anyway. We all ready?
Kind of a round, flat, dish-shaped fish. They're gray in color. They swim with their top and bottom fins. They look kind of like a frisbee almost, not that big around. And they're one of the only fish in the ocean that uses their...
What kind of that long straight one right there?
The one right here, right before the diver, that's actually a remora or a shark sucker. That's just like the ones that you see stuck on the bellies of the sharks. But this one's gotten to the point where he knows when we get in the tank, the bulk of the food's going to be right by us. So he hangs around by us most of the time. The other real hard biters in the tank are the jacks, big silver ones here. They've got a mouthful of razor sharp teeth. Not real big, but boy, I tell you what, they're real sharp. They can cut real good, even right through the gloves. They've gotten pretty aggressive. Notice they don't really do a whole lot unless Dave starts throwing some food up above his head or teasing him by shaking the sardine. But when we do that, they get extremely aggressive. It's real hard. They're a handful. They're getting rather large already. And he's going to go ahead and see if we can get one of the nurse sharks out here real quick. See during the day. We generally only come out at night to feed. And we've kind of got ours to the point where they know if they're going to eat, they've got to come out when we're here feeding. Now, it does take a lot of coaxing, especially since the water did drop a little bit. It took me longer to get him out this morning. Hopefully, I'll have some luck. Now, there's one of the trigger fish. I think he's going to turn and come back this way. We're right about here in this window. And he goes by. It's a big kind of flat one. Now, you look, they don't have real large mouths. It's big enough to get a finger in. Look, they have real sharp teeth right in front. They eat a lot of clams, oysters, and things like that in the wild. So you imagine the strength they have in their jaws to break something like that open. I tell you, they get a hold of you, and even through the gloves, those teeth will cut you right into the skin. Now, another real hard biter that we've only got 2 left. They're called redfish. It's kind of a long copper-colored fish with black spots on the tail. Now, the redfish, there's one right there. The redfish don't have much in the way of teeth at all. It's real nice because they do bite real hard. And but the only problem we run into is the redfish have these real. Here's one of our smaller nurse sharks. This is one of the babies. We call him Flash. He's actually the smallest one in the tank. We've raised him since he was a baby, about 10 inches in his tide pool over here. So he's a tank-raised shark. And you see the difference in the nurse shark. You look at him, and they look quite a bit different than what you would typically think of as a shark. They don't have the real big half-moon-shaped mouth with real sharp teeth that's used for biting off a large piece of food. What they have is a very narrow mouth. The teeth are set back farther in their mouth. They're used more for chewing than they are for biting. Because of that, the nurse shark has developed a very unique kind of style of feeding. That's how they get their names, by the way they eat. Years ago, they used to be called nursing sharks because they feed just like a nursing baby would over vacuum cleaner. It's since been shortened to nurse shark. You see this one, because he's been tank raised, he's actually very friendly. He got very used to the attention from the diver, especially Dave and I. A lot of times he'll come out all on his own, swim right up my leg, and lay down on my shoulder. I give him a little hug, swim around the tank with him. That's definitely not normal shark behavior. It's learned behavior. He's picked that up here in the tank. And he'll only do it for food. He won't come out for no reason to do that. So they're actually pretty smart. The nurse shark develops that very strong suction. What they do is they work much like a vacuum cleaner, and they suck that food right into their mouth. And they're very good at what they do. Our largest nurse shark in the tank here is about 6.5 foot long. And he can actually suck a whole sardine right out of my hand from about 8 inches away without ever touching the meat or the food. Just it's gone. So it makes it real tough to get them out of the rocks. If they don't want to come out, they'll sit and try to steal it. They just assume steal it and have to work for it and swim around. That's probably what he's having happen right now. Let's see in there while. Another problem we have is once they start to get a little bit more active, get in right out of the river behind us, and we run through about 6 filtering systems before it comes into the tank, just to take out any river nasties from boat traffic and whatnot. And it's about as natural as you would see it around 30 foot of water up in the Gulf of Mexico. It looks real similar. We do a lot of diving. The only difference you would see is there's a lot more color out in the Gulf. You see a lot of stars, a lot of coral, things of that nature. We can't add anything like that to the tank. Anytime we try to put a big, real pretty rock with a lot of sparks and coral on it, fish end up eating the tanks around for about 2 weeks to get clean. So it all ends up looking like this stuff here, just covered with algae. At one time, these rocks are just like the real pretty ones over there in the reef tank. And it doesn't take them long at all to get clean. But the blood, the few times I've been bit in the tank, I generally stay in and finish the feeding. Now, that's probably not recommended. You don't even realize it. It just feels like you got bumped. And you didn't realize how severe it was because you don't bleed right away in salt water. It takes about 15 seconds before it actually starts to bleed. So he got another piece of food, got down and started shaking his hand around, and all this blood came out, big cloud. He looked right out the window at me, and I pointed for him to get out of the tank. About the time he got out, our male lemon shark was kind of right up and right circling around the platform where he'd come down. Now he's kind of kneeling down on the bottom, getting our lemon sharks interested in feeding. The 2 lemon sharks are the gray ones. This one here is the female. Her name is Winnie. She's generally the first to come around and take food from the diver. She's a 4-year-old. She's about 6 foot in length, maybe just a hair under, maybe around 130 to 150 pounds. She's kind of biting at the food here. He's kind of teasing her, making her work for it. But she's going to get it now. Tug of war game. She got most of it, actually ripped it right in half, right while they're still hanging on to it. Now the male is this one right here. This is Willie. He's the king of the tank. He's been in here the longest. He makes all the rules in here. Nobody really argues with him. He's about 5 years old. He's a little over 7 foot in length and around 250 pounds. Now that is just an estimate. They won't let us pick him up to weigh him or anything like that. But I know I'm 5'8". When he swims by me, he's every bit of a foot longer than I am. So he's a little over 7 foot. They are both still considered babies or juveniles. They are not mature yet. They're not quite half grown. Lemon sharks will reach 13 feet and 1,200 pounds. So they've got a long way to go. And you can see these tight circles she's making right around the diver here. Now this is kind of a warning sign. Sharks do circle their prey like this several times before they have to attack. So if you're swimming out in the water, you see a shark doing this to you, it's a real good indication you might be in trouble and you might want to get out of the water.
Got scars on her.
Yeah, you'll notice a few scars on the female, and that's actually from the male. He's bitten her on more than one occasion. We like to call them love bites, but we really don't think that's the case. Willie is very territorial. Sharks in general are territorial. Even in the wild, they're very territorial. And here it's no different. Willie has been in here the longest, so this one's not that big and definitely not that close up. And when I kind of realized his mouth just opened large enough to take my whole head, and it was definitely an attention giver and a respect to it. They are dangerous animals. Now, we haven't really had any serious...
Black and whiter.
Nicer than I expected.
Yeah. I keep thinking of this we went to Freak Island for this thing. And you drive from mud.
Behind me.
Takes popcorn. Somebody put something else in there. He threw the same jar at the guy.
Oh, yeah?
Like the sheriff? What about the sheriff? What about the sheriff?
The baby knows how to do that. Oh, yeah, he knows.
Ooh, he got a treat more than the other guys. You're mad at him. Look.
Cheers, I'm sure. I got some in the bunch.
Well, let's give a big hand for Colin and Colleen. Very good. You hear Colin and Colleen, they are hooting. They're saying hello to you. Well, that's the way chimps greet them friends in the wild as well as in captivity. Anytime they recognize, oh, they are happy or see one of the members of the family, right, Colin? And of course, you know who is the big guy over here? That's Colin. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. You hear Colin hooting. Very good. Let's give a big hand for Colin. And the little girl, Colleen, she is kind of excited this morning. She's very active, even though it's very, very hot. Beautiful little girl, Colleen. She's more energetic than the brother. Of course, as a female, you know, guys. Has a lot of energy, a lot to fight, huh, Colleen? Of course, Colleen is one of the more spicy over here. Colin is much mellow, very relaxed guy. Well, that she said, that's the twins, is Colin and Colleen. They're 6 years old, and also they're born on St. Patrick's Day. And right now, they're inspecting the toys. Every time you put the toys in the container, in the plastic container, you notice the way she run and pull it away, just in case it's something that she really don't want to see. That way she doesn't get scared. Even Colin does the same thing. I says, let me inspect it. They kick it or they just throw it away. Hey, what is over here? That's what she's inspected to see anything unusual. And Colleen says, well, I'm going to sit down in my chair. Oh, Mama, and did they bleach your chair today? Yeah. Oh, my, you're going to hide over there, Colleen? Colleen had a good time with the clock. They've been playing a lot. And she, like I said, she's more energetic than the brother. Colin is trying to work in that area, try to see if she can break some of the wire over here, that way he can escape. He's been saying yesterday, I'm going to check this place. I want to see if I can get out of here. Hi, Colleen. Oh, look at the big girl. Oh, you're going to see Colleen right now is going to show Natasha that she is really strong and she is better than she is. And of course, she's going to try to throw some dirt to Natasha. And she's going to tell her, you know who is the boss in that area? It's me. And you notice the way Colin is standing here, look like a little porcupine.
Found a peanut in the thing there, trying to get it out.
Is a western lowland gorilla. He's 25 years old. Weighs about 450 pounds. He may weigh more than that. We're not sure. He hasn't been weighed in a few years, and he's certainly very fit. He's not fat at all. He's mostly muscle. Exactly the same way. So it's built on mutual respect, this training program. And usually he will come over and cooperate. You don't see a lot of food rewards used to get him to interact with us because this is voluntary. We want him to do it because he wants to and he understands that he should. But if for some reason that he just doesn't want to make the commitment, then he certainly doesn't have to. The program that we work with him on, it's not where you see circus trick apart, take his temperature, get cultures of the nose or throat if we have to. We don't want to have to put him to sleep to do that. That's very dangerous for these large apes. Sometimes they don't wake up. And the vet can't come and do it because he doesn't like the veterinarian very much. Number one, he is a male. And number two, he doesn't come here often. So King doesn't know him. So it was designed for the people that work with King.
They really like to swim. Most monkeys know how to swim, but they really don't want to go in the water. They don't like to get wet. They'll certainly be able to get away from danger by getting in the water, but the crab eaters do it all the time. They're quite used to it. The mothers will bring the little ones here, usually the day they're born, so they get a very early introduction into getting wet. It's mostly the smaller animals that do swim to the bottom looking for the food. The older ones are just too lazy. They have a dominant order to them and they have privileges of getting the easier accessible food. So the little ones are forced usually to go down in the bottom and swim for anything that the others don't want to get. They can hold their breath for up to a minute and a half. Macaque society is very hierarchical. That means that there is a dominant order to it, and it does start out with monkey number one. Monkey number one is the leader. He's the alpha male, and you are lucky today because he just caught the banana. He is the most dominant member of the whole troop of monkeys. His name is Parrot, and he is the alpha male. You notice there aren't a lot of animals sharing that spot with him simply because he does have to have respect. And if he doesn't have respect, he's going to get it one way or another. Usually how he gets it is being aggressive. He may have a female or two that's his preferred females come around, and their offspring may be more bolder than the other animals, but certainly you will not find too many animals challenging for the food while he is up there. Monkey number one, the alpha male, is the only animal that's dominant over the whole group. Under monkey number one, there is monkey number two, and monkey number two is dominant over monkey number three, and monkey number three is only dominant over four, and so it goes down the line. But the male alpha is the head of the whole group. And he's kind of challenging that female right there. That is one of his preferred females. And she is usually allowed to feed very close to him. She's very wary, but she certainly doesn't have a lot of problems that the other animals have by being that close to Bart here at this time. In addition to having single hierarchy, which is the one through whatever animals there are in the group, there is group hierarchy. And it starts out naturally with group number one. And this is most of group number one here. The leader is not always with the group. The group comes here,
And what you're seeing right now are displays of dominancy. There are smaller animals challenging older animals, and that's simply because they are more dominant than those older animals. It depends who their mother is or what's happening in the group, but certainly those younger ones are threatening some of the more older females, and they are afraid of calling over some other animals. So that's how they challenge each other, whether singly or with a group. This is most of group number 1, and the leader may stay or he may not. He doesn't always come if they're here. We also have group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, so forth down the line. Depends how many animals there are in a particular group as to how large the troop of monkeys are. If you walk around, or you have walked around, you may notice a lot of these animals sitting in little groups, looking through the fur of another monkey, and that's called grooming. Grooming is very important. All primates groom, and they groom for 2 very specific reasons. One is social and one is physical. The physical reason is they are looking for salt. They're not looking for fleas or ticks like most people assume. You hear people laughing that they have bugs. Well, sure, they'll have a few gnats flying around them. And we do have a little bit of challenging going on here. You can see just how they settle their disputes with those canine teeth. Although they're threatening now, it could erupt into a very fierce biting spree in about 2 seconds.
Why don't you stand up?
So if you do have small children and you're feeding these animals, you want to put the food in your palm like that and let them take the food out of your hand. Never try to grab their hand, because they will bite you. That's how they settle their own disputes. So the grooming that takes place is they're looking for salt as they do run their fingers through the hair of either themselves or another monkey. These tiny dandruff-like particles that have a lot of salt on them are dislodged and they fall into the hair. They can be easily picked or licked off themselves or another animal. And they're also grooming for the social benefits of bonding and communication. They groom within their social grouping, and this keeps males coming through all the groups of females, because most of the lower groups are dominantly female, and their offspring without any breeding males. And there goes one of them to go out on your own. Little history about Monkey Jungle. It was started in 1933 by a man called Joseph Dumont. He had 6 of these macaques that were brought back from Southeast Asia. It was during the Depression, 1933. Certainly funding wasn't available, or there wasn't any money to conduct any private research. So he brought the animals to South Florida because this environment was very typical to the same one they had in Southeast Asia. He could let the animals loose. He wouldn't have to worry about building habitats for them. They could survive very nicely on their own, just like they did in Java. It wasn't very long before he realized that people were interested in the animals. Miami was just starting to develop in 1935. People were coming here either for the winter or to live here permanently. It was the second round of actually large housing and migration to Miami, so it was starting to incorporate into a larger area. People would come out here looking for things to do because most winter residents were here for fun. And Miami didn't have a lot of things to attract people like it does now. People would return, and he realized that he would be able to open this to the public as a tourist attraction, and he would be able to have some revenue necessary for supporting himself and the research. So in 1935, he did open Monkey Jungle to the public for 10 cents.
Yeah.
People could come and feed them. And see pretty much as you see everything right in this particular area. There weren't as many animals there, but from those original 6, we now have about 85 offspring or descendants from there. The average lifespan of a macaque is 20 years, so the original members have all since deceased, but these are the grandchildren of those original 6 animals. The park is still owned and operated by the 3rd generation, the Dumont family. The grandchildren own and operate it now, and it is one of the first and oldest tourist attractions in South Florida. Those large fish that are in the pond, the orange ones, those are called koi. Japanese koi, very special fish in the Orient. They are respected because they live to be about 150 years old. So all the temples do have them stocked in the pond, and wherever there's a tea ceremony, You also see the koi, and they have a lot of respect. It's very hot today, and you're seeing a lot of just general play activity with the little ones that we haven't seen in quite a few months. Been very, very active with the little ones, just playing and swinging on that rope, which is very natural when it gets very, very warm. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you'd like to sit here and watch them play, because they don't do this very often, when there's not a lot of food being thrown out there, I'm sure they're looking for some peanuts. But they seem to be having a pretty good time there, all those little last year's babies. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The next presentation will be at the orangutan, which is around this way and up at the top of the hill. If you haven't seen them yet, we ask that you don't feed them until the trainer gets there, because, like all the other animals, they work for food. And if they have a few peanuts, Lucy doesn't need too many excuses not to work. We saw King didn't want to work this week.
Gonna do a nature call. You gonna do a nature call, Lucy? Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy, she's 19 years old, and I believe Miss Lucy born in Kansas and raised in Washington, D.C. National Zoo, and later in years she came to Miami straight to a Metro Zoo. A little girl, May, in the back, she was right here in the jungle in 1985. When May was a few years old, she lost her mom, and she was being raised by her dad, and we needed a surrogate mother to help us finish raise May, and Miss Lucy was a surplus female available at the zoo, and they sent it to us a little bit about 8 years ago. One of the common questions that the people ask us, if Miss Lucy has a child at home, well, she does. She has a son, his name is Ray, and he is 7 years old, and it's May, his brother, and I made him right here in the jungle. Perhaps in the near future you will see Ray reunite with the family. We're waiting him to get a little bit older, but strong, that we'll be able to find mother. Right, Lucy? Say yes. Very good. Sweetheart, Miss Lucy, can you give us a little kiss and say hi to everybody? She says she's going to think about it, right? Can we have a kiss? You're not going to say hi to us? Oh, she says, I see the baby been feeding some food. Lucy says, what is she eating? I guess apes always fascinate us because they remind us of ourselves and the way they look and the way they act. It's so easy to tell whether they are happy, sad, angry, even afraid. Orangutans come from the jungle of South Asia, but like I said, these two girls born in captivity. Orangutans also in the wild, they live in trees between 50 to 100 feet high. They're there to keep away from predators, looking for food, or just nesting. The orangutans are mainly a solitary apes, except for the mother or the offspring or during the mating season. The first 4 years of the life of those baby orangutans, the mothers spoil them a lot. After the 4 years of age, the discipline begins. The little ones stay with the mother to the age 8 to 10 to help her out to raise a brother or sister, so when they go on their own, they know how to raise their own family.
He's a good catcher.
The male is a solitary ape. The only time the male comes to interact with the family, time mating or eating. Otherwise, they leave the family behind with 1 or 2 of the young. Gestation period is 3.5 months. The life expectancy in captivity for orangutan is the age of 50, 55, 57, and the wild 40 to 45. We do have signs, please do not feed, por favor, no alimentar. The reason they are primates just like you and I, and they are very susceptible to causing human disease. Lucy or May catch a cold, 99% of the colds turn to pneumonia and it proves to be fatal. So if you see Lucy or May for kisses or hugs or peanuts or raisins or any food you have available, please do not feed them. We try to control the food intake, and as you see, Miss Lucy is already over 120 pounds overweight. Very good. Can you give us a little kiss? Very good. Let's give a big hand for May, that way she can participate with us. Very good, May. Beautiful. Let's go see that girl. Hi, May. Beautiful. Well, as you see, orangutans are very good to imitate us, so we have to be much, much careful what we teach them to do. But most of these particular behaviors actually are for medical reasons or physical. When we ask May or Lucy for the funny face or the clown face, we enable us to see the throat, the teeth, the gums, the cheeks, to make sure everything is working properly in case that we need to take some photos. Hi, May. Lucy, on the other hand, she kind of ignores us. And of course, Lucy, she's a typical orangutan. Lucy loves to eat. And believe me, she will participate with us. Oh my, May. So May says, I'm going to be in the little corner with there. It's a little bit more shade. Of course, they're a little bit hot just like us. Everybody wants to be at the shade side. So they do the same thing themselves. Looking for shelters. Now, Lucy, we do provide some material, most of the time hay, bamboo branches, palm leaves, to keep them busy, occupied, because they are like children, and all like ourselves. If they don't have anything to do, they start fighting and pulling their hair, and they want for you to entertain them. So what we want them for them to entertain themselves would be typical orangutans. Right, May? May. Lucy, are you ready for us? Okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. May, you want your eggs? We do give them hard-boiled eggs once a week. The main diet, like I said, it is fruit. Very good. Good girl. Very good. Thank you. The area together we call Lucy. Well, like you see the reach from May. The reach from an adult range from fingertip to fingertip is 8 feet. The arms are 1.5 times longer than the leg. There are 900 arranged in captivity. There are 300. Where you want to give me the bottle for something? Give me the bottle and we make a deal. Lucy likes to make deals, of course. Let's go, Belle. Oh, okay. Lucy is like us, if it's like children, if you put too much attention and she doesn't participate. So what we do, we can ignore Lucy, and of course she's a typical female, she hates to be ignored. Just like us, ignore us and you know what happens. I told you guys, Lucy doesn't like to be ignored. Oh Lord, you know Lucy, she goes and throws. I want that bottle, give it to me. You want to make deals? We make deals, but it's going to cost you. And I want it right here, Lucy. Give it to me, in my hand. Come on. Let's go. Well, you try. Can I have the other one?
You try.
That was a half try if I ever saw one.
Good.
Very good. Let's give a big hand for Lucy. Lucy's trying very hard, right, sweetheart? Okay. Can you give us a little kiss and you say hi to this folks? And you give us a little hug, my little darling. Very good. Can you make a funny face? Funny face? And a clown face. Very good. Can you play some music for us? Can you show everybody how beautiful legs you have?
Woo-woo!
My. Can you do your exercise? Show how you do it. 1 and a 2 and a 3. We're supposed to do 6. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you're supposed to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How about those big hips? Side to side. Let's go those big hips. Lucy, side to side, side to side. Well, I told you guys that the reach from an adult orangutan from fingertip to fingertip is 8 feet. Lucy, can you show your throw socks? Very good. Can you show everybody your boo-boo? Very good. Miss Lucy already has a throat surgery, right? Say yes. Can you show your boo-boo in your hand? What is the boo-boo in your hand? Oh my, she has a boo-boo. Lucy loves to look for boo-boos. You know, we teach her anytime that we get hurt, we throw it ourselves, and we have boo-boos. And Lucy always looks for boo-boos, that way she gets reward. And of course, it's much easier for us when they come and let us know that something is wrong. Well, Miss Lucy is going to show you guys, demonstrate how good it is to catch things. Ready?
He's gonna move to it either. Right in there. Right in there. Oh, boy. Save some, save some.
Very good, Miss Lucy. Well, Miss Lucy's lunch today is going to be 1 banana, 1 hard-boiled egg. That's right, oh my, I want that. So you want the hard-boiled egg, sweetheart? You want that? I'm going to force you, do your exercise. Let's go. Turn around and do your exercise. Exercise, I believe in exercise, Lucy. Let's go, baby. Very good. Very good. Let's go. One more time. We have to motivate Miss Lucy to do her exercise. Let's go. Because Miss Lucy just sits down. She doesn't like to do that much. And of course, the doctor's orders that Miss Lucy must do her exercise. If you notice the way Miss Lucy is holding her toes, look like she's carrying a little cup. You say, and a 1, and a 2. Lucy, it's supposed to be 6. You know that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, how about those big hips? Girl, very good. How about the cute little nose? Oh, you know, see? You know, here? And you just speak. What a girl. Let's give a hand for Lucy, that way she continues participating with us. Can you make a cute face?
You understand everything, huh?
Can you show your nose? Your ears? Let's go see your cute little ears. Show everybody your ears. Come on. Very good. Thank you very much, Miss Lucy. You're such a good girl, right? Say yes. Can you play some music? Very good. Can we think about? Ready? Okay. Lucy says, I work very hard for that egg. That's it for Lucy. Hi, May May. Hi. All the way up. Let's go, May May. Hold it. Hold it. Very good. How about all the way this way? Let's go, May May. That way. Hi. Let's give a big hand for May. Very good girl, May. You better be careful, because if I throw it to you, Lucy will take it away from you. Come over here. I know, Lucy, that you pet dog, but you better move here. You want this? Right here. Orangutans also is one of the large animals on Earth that spend most of their life in trees. Let's go, arriba. Come on. All the way up, Gorda. All the way to the top, Lucy. All the way up. Miss Lucy, of course, not only Miss Lucy, but all the orangutans, when they get older, they're a little bit like us. They get scared. You might wonder, why do we scare when we get old? Well, they are scared like us to broken bones.
video. Yeah, I'll get you that too.
Here we are on another tour, and this is one of Bob's private tours he's taking us to.
Another world.
We hope you are enjoying your visit to Stone Mountain Park.